Welcome back for part 2 of the Good Grief episode. The conversation continues as these ladies share who and what has been helpful on their journey through grief. You'll also find out what helps keep them going and hear about any upcoming projects they have going on. Stay tuned.
My mom, I'm just going to have to give her a little shout out real quick. She really stepped it up after my daddy died. It was really hard for her too because they had been together for 30 years. But that woman, that's a pretty strong woman there. Yeah, so proud of her.
Yeah. That's wonderful. And how many years?
30. It had just been 30 years in June.
I always have to ask, how old am I? I think it was maybe 31 years for my mom and dad when he died. So I always look at her and I'm like, how? How are you doing this?
It's rough on them too because they have to recreate a new life right afterwards and, change their emotions, change their,
She spent more years with him than not with him. And then I think about that, like, I spent my whole life with him. And I'm about the age, they were married a year before they had me. So I'm like, that's a long time to be with somebody. I think about boyfriends I had and we broke up and I'm like, we're just together a year. I can't imagine.
30 big ones, 31.
Yeah. I was the same for my parents. It's been 32 or 33 this year. So
let me tell you how this makes me happy, because this is a message of love that I need the viewers to hear. People can be married and stay together forever till death do parts. I believe that for our future sake, marriage to the end. Outside of people doing things that were helpful to you, is there anything that you have found works for you or helps you to make it through tough days, or just helped you on this journey?
So I started going to grief counseling, and it took me a while. Because some people would try to say, well, maybe you should. And I'm like, don't tell me that I need to do this or do that. Like, I'll do it when I'm ready. So I decided, because something happened the end of last year, and I was just kind of like, okay, Mary, you got to start the healing process. I kind of put it off because it's a lot. I knew it was going to be really difficult because I just had to, face a lot of things, And so I put it off, and I went to, my dad had gone through, these classes, so we went together when I was off work on a Monday on Martin Luther King Day. And so it was really good. And I was like, okay, I think, I'm ready to start. That was my goal for 2018, just to start the healing process. So I do those classes, and I started a blog to just kind of,
awesome.
write about, my journey through the grief process. Because not that I had a bad life, but the last 2 years were difficult, just, with stuff that was going on. And so I've made a lot of changes to try to get it back to, just a better place. So I just wanted to kind of blog that journey. And so it's helping me. I write and I just cry, but I just keep writing.
That's good.
And it helps.
Healing.
Yeah, because it's I just want, it's something it's just so hard though, and some days I still go through it. On weekends, I just won't talk to anyone. I'll just stay in the bed and just cry and watch Netflix and just, because sometimes it's just too much. But I know, the emotions that you just have to kind of ride through it and then get back up. So
I think that's a big thing. Move through it. You don't have to stay there, because I think sometimes it's no, I'm not even going to touch the emotion because you're scared it's going to sweep you under.
Yeah.
But if you just acknowledge them and say, I'm going to allow this to touch me, I'm going to move through it and keep going. It helps. What about you, ma'am?
So, I kind of channeled it into my work environment because when I first started off as a hairstylist, my work environment for me, it ended up being kind of toxic because I know that around that time my daddy was passing away, he was going through the whole motions of it all, and I wasn't able to exude a certain way when I was at work, So now when I'm at work, I can give so much love to my clients, my people that are around me. You know, and I'm able, because one thing that they talked about at my dad's funeral was that he was a father figure to a lot of people that, you know, he was around. And so in return, I want to be able to kind of mimic my father, but in a woman version, and just exude as much love as I can, even through my grieving process. Because I'm still grieving, y'all.
You're one of my soul sisters.
Yes, we are.
I understand that. I relate. I get it. What about you?
You know, for me, I think about all of the things that my mom taught me. You know, she really, well, my mom had me when she was like 30 years old. So at that stage in her life, she really poured all that she had gone through in life, her experiences, her dreams, the things that she wanted for herself, the things that she wanted for me. She poured all of that into me. So we had a very unique relationship. And so what I think about often is living my best life.
That's
you know,
what I'm talking about, girl.
and so I when I'm like down, you know, I'm like, okay, girl, you know, your mom did not pull all of her time and all of her soul and her spirit and into you for you to give up and to just be mediocre. And so, you know, I think about, like, I have this very vivid memory of my mom. I think I was probably about 8 years old, and I remember waking up and she was kneeling beside the bed, and she had her hand on my back and she was just praying over me. And so I look back on that and I'm like, you know, she was speaking life into me, and she was speaking purpose into me. You know, that's one thing that my mom always talked about, is that you have a gift. There is a reason why you are here, and you're going to go through some things in life, but don't allow anything or anyone to take that from you. And so for me, I'm kind of like, you know, girl, you got to get out of bed. You got to live your best life. Sometimes living your best life is different day to day.
Yes.
And so I'm patient with myself. Maybe living my best life today is me getting up and functioning, combing my hair, putting on makeup, putting on a fly outfit. Maybe that's living my best life. But either way, I'm doing something for me. And so, yeah.
That's good. It touched my heart right here.
Yeah.
I relate to everything everyone is saying. I'm the same way. I think about all the sacrifices my father made, and anytime I would come up with an idea, well, I want to do this, and I want to, okay, I know you can, and I know you will, because anything you set your mind to, you always do it. And so on days where I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. And I hear that voice, I know you can, and I know you will, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll comb my hair today. Like you said, we on baby steps today, but tomorrow I'll conquer the world.
Yeah.
Just kind of that remembrance of he gave his whole life to everyone that he loved, including me. And he saw something in me, and I was the apple of his eye. I have siblings, and they were all the apple of his eye too. But when I'm talking to myself, I have to focus on me. I have to encourage myself.
Right.
So go on out there and let him live. That's the other thing. I see some of him in me, just different things about me, or sometimes I catch a glimpse of me, and I'm like, my daddy used to make that face. But I'm like, you know, he is alive in me, so let me not waste my breath. Let me continue to let him live and live my best life, and you know. So I think that there is healing in remembering that they're still with us in that way, and that we can help them to live forever. I just love y'all.
We love you too. Out here in these streets.
You guys have any closing thoughts for the people about grief, or just supporting friends, or special shout outs to people that held you down?
I guess I would say one thing, like, my cousin had a dream, I guess, like, my mom was in it, and in the dream, my mom said, let Mary celebrate. And because I felt like people were like, I don't know, were just coming at me and just not letting me be myself. And my mom was so patient, and she kind of just let me do my thing. She didn't like just call me all the time. She was like, no, Mary, she'll call me whenever she, she would check on me. She was just so, I call her, she was just one of those cute moms. Like, she would get stuff on Valentine's Day for me, and just, So I just feel like, that's one thing I really appreciated, and I feel like people can take that. Just let people be themselves, let them celebrate their lives, whatever they're doing, but still, be there. Let your friends, grieve. No one grieves perfectly. It's up and down, and it's, in circles and stuff. So, just be patient. That was my mom. That's what I'm working on, trying to be more patient and gracious. So, that's going to be something that I really try to focus on.
Okay.
Well, for me, y'all just gotta love on y'all's people, man. Just love on them. I told y'all I wasn't gonna cry. But just a little bitty stuff. And I know after this, I'm gonna be calling up some folks and apologizing too, because I'm Gemini, so I be tripping. But anyway, just love on your people. One thing that I learned working in the field that I was working in before I started doing hair was a lot of people don't visit their families. And in their dying, time, their era of dying, they don't come in and on a hospitality note, make sure that they're straight, their bedding is straight, their face is washed. That's huge, stuff like that. Really makes a difference for somebody that knows, because they know that they're transitioning, So you just make sure that whatever you're doing is for the great for them. That way you can sit back and look and just say, I'm sad, but I'm also happy because he died or she died in peace.
Yes.
It's humongous.
Yes.
And that's it.
I think for me, where I am in my grief process, and this is year 3 in, so I might be in a little bit of a different stage. But I think for me, what I've learned this year, that it's okay for me to be selfish, because I'm kind of like you, where I grieve, but I function well. So a lot of times people don't know that I'm hurting, or they don't know that I have extra needs just because I'm functioning. So for me, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have an outburst today, and you're going to take it. and I'm okay, and I'm not going to apologize for it, because at the end of the day, you can go have lunch with your mom. I can't. Right. So deal with it. Oh my
gosh. You said that, and that took me back to the irritation.
So I used to feel guilty, for being upset, or for feeling sad, or needing extra care, and needing extra love, and needing grace.
Yeah.
To walk through this journey in my life. But now it's just like, doggone it, I'm pissed off today, and I'm gonna be pissed off today, and you're gonna deal with it. You're gonna give me grace, you're gonna forgive me, and we're gonna move on tomorrow, okay?
She hit him with the doggone it. I ain't gonna
cuss. So, I would just say that, if you know someone that, because I think we all have experienced those tantrum moments, but if you know somebody that's going through that, please understand that it's not about you.
I'm just tripping right now.
Yeah, it's about what they're going through. And so that's when I would say, learn how to respond and not react, because there's a difference. Because when you're reacting to what that person is going through, you're taking on the spirit of offense and not really being sensitive to the emotions that they're feeling. So, because I have days like Mary where I'm like, don't talk to me, I'm crying, I'm watching Netflix, but you just go through cycles. So.
girl, when you said you can go have dinner with your mom or lunch, I'm like, that takes me back to one of those things that irritates me. Like, at this point in my life, my patience and tolerance is about this big for people that complain about their parents or trivial things. You're mad because what happened? You broke your toenail? People have parents that are dead. Like, I see things in life on such a different plane because there's just something about losing a parent. It shifts your perspective, and especially if you're near them when they're transitioning. I just think that there are bigger fish to fry than a lot of things that people want to discuss. I think that's another thing. People think I'm standoffish sometimes or I'm uppity. I'm not. I just think that's not worth my discussion at this time because I'm processing things on a different level.
You know, I had somebody say, well, if it makes you feel better, I blah, blah, blah. And it was something so stupid. I was like, you're going to make me throw my phone. Why would you even say that to me? Like, you are so disrespectful. Like, it was just on a whole nother level of, what? You know, and it's like, but then kind of going back to what you said earlier, it's like, okay, you got to give them grace too. Because they don't know. But it's like, you have both your parents. You have, you know, kids. You have all of this. I don't have nobody's man. Nobody's man. And you're like, well, it's like really just like, you know.
I think that would be the thing that I want people to take away is that you have to be thoughtful and considerate when you are talking to people that are grieving or have lost someone. Because what you're complaining about, we wish we could have that complaint. I wish somebody. I mean, you know, like, for my daddy to call my phone and go off on me about something, I would love it. Wouldn't that be awesome? What? Talk crazy to me one time.
We gonna do it tomorrow?
Schedule that. You know, so to just be thoughtful and, like you guys said, love on them, check on them, and I think it's helpful to ask questions because if you're gonna love someone, it has to be in their love language. So if you want to come and be up under me and hug me, that might work because my love language is physical touch.
Right.
But if you want to talk my ears off and all this other stuff, that might not be it for that day because maybe words of affirmation are not what I need right now. So getting to know people and knowing their hearts and just saying, hey, look, and that's what I tell people because I've been there, so now I understand. I don't know what you need and I don't know what you want, but my heart is with you and I do love you. Tell me what you want me to do. Do you want me to feed you? Do you want me to just sit here and look at you? Do you want me to sit next to you and not look at you? Just tell me what you want and I will give that to you. So I think that's what I would recommend for people to do. Just ask. Well, ladies, I appreciate you sharing your hearts. We had just a little bit of tears.
A little corner.
So I feel like you accomplished your goal. You said, I'm not going to cry. I think that was like, almost cry. Not a cry.
Yeah.
So good job.
I feel good.
Yeah.
I finally get to meet my friends in the
So I've had 2 Facebook friends and a real life ghost because she comes in and out of my life.
Oh, the shade.
But I get to see them in real life. This is wonderful. So thank you for being out here in these streets with your favorite host, Melissa Williams, the favorite bee, talking about grief. Oh, good grief. Because I have talent on my sofa. Matter of fact, can y'all tell the people what you do?
Sure. Well, I guess speaking of talent, mine would be I'm a makeup artist. So Makeup by Mary B or Makeup Mary B. So yeah, I'm on Instagram, Facebook. I've been doing tutorials. So weddings, you guys can hire me.
Ooh,
prom, whatever event. So I love it. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And what do you do?
No. I am a stylist as well. I do hair, And I also make body butters. They're amazing.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, knuckles, knees, feet, ankles, anything hard. Definitely take care of that. So, yes, and you can find me on Instagram, Facebook. What else?
Do
That's
you
it.
sell something else for women?
I do, actually. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. So, Inspire Network, they are, I call them, like, the luxury pads.
They keep your vagine
Yes,
nice.
on point. They're amazing. They're amazing. You just gotta try them. They're very absorbent. They do the job, and you'll actually save money using these. So, pretty amazing.
And what about you, Miss Princess?
So if you follow me on Facebook, if you read some of my posts, a lot of it is spiritually inspired. But my personal passion really is to help women to recognize their self-worth and to really walk in that. So I have some things going on. I haven't even really announced it, but I feel led to go ahead and do it.
Give it to us.
Well, God has been placing on my heart to really start a self-worth empowerment because I'm a strong believer that everything that we do really comes out of how we see ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a movement, and it's really about living your best life, like I talked about, and really living in your purpose on purpose and being unique. We live in a society where everybody wants to look the same, they want to speak the same, they want the same body. And so just really embracing who you are.
This is exciting. We can't wait to see.
one more thing.
Yes.
So, okay. Y'all are absolutely gorgeous. Everybody around here is just fine. Like, what is that? Like, am I slacking on some avocado? I mean, all this bomb hair and skin and stuff.
Well, this is Rihanna Fenty.
Is it?
See, I like that. Women's empowerment, yes. We got beauty and talent and wonderful hearts and spirits on the subway.
So you're going to help me do my first videos?
Of
You're going
course.
to feature me on out here on these streets?
Girl,
Wait, I need a feature too.
No, you can do my hair. You can do my hair. Let's do it. You crack me up. Girl, I be pulling up your videos, rolling.
Hilarious.
I cannot stand her.
And in the car, I'm like, is she driving?
I have a little mirror. I just put the phone up. All right, let's
Give me one of them, girl. Girl,
It's like
I was in
$5.
trouble. Really? Okay.
Got it. Got it.
All right. Well, thanks, folks. Peace. If you are feeling alone or could use some support during your grief journey, please check out griefspeaks.com or check your community for local support groups. And if neither of those options suit you well, we encourage you to reach out to a trusted friend or loved one. You shouldn't have to go through this journey alone.